Shalom, shalom, and welcome once again to Yahweh's Biblical Research Study class. What we'll do first is stand up, face the east, and say a prayer to our Father Yahweh. We'll say our national prayer. After that, we'll say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Let us face the east. O Yahweh, God of our salvation, save us, gather us together, and deliver us from these heathens, so that we may give thanks to thy holy name and glory in thy praise. Blessed be the holy name of Yahweh in Israel forever. O Yahweh, let them be confounded that persecute us, but let not us be confounded. Let our enemies be dismayed, but let not us be dismayed. Bring upon our enemies the day of evil, and destroy them with double destruction. O Yahweh, forgive our fathers for breaking your laws, and please forgive us for breaking your laws. Help us to never bring shame upon thy great name, nor reproach against our works. For surely we have turned ourselves to thee, O Yahweh, trying to be upright. And as we confess our faults, please grant us protection against all our faults. Cleanse us of our secret faults, and guide us to the best of morals. For surely our prayers and our sacrifices, our lives and our deaths are all for thee, O Yahweh. Tefillah, Ave Nu Shabbat Shemaya, Ye Karde Shemeraka, Tavo Makuteaka, Yease Rizonka, Ivashamayim Kain Baret, Et Lekin Kukainu, Tain La Nu Hayon, Uslak La Nu, All Katenu, Kiboshasokim, Gamanaknu, Lakoteam Lanu, Veal Tebienu, Vadeni Sayon, King Kasenu, Min Hara, Kilaka, Hamamlaha, Veat Givera, Veat Teferet, Leolame, Olame, Selah. We thank thee, Yahweh, O living and eternal King, who has so mercifully restored our souls within us. Praise Yahweh. Right. Well, pardon us this evening. You won't be able to see my handsome face, but boy, this word is even more handsome than me. First, I'd like to testify that Yahweh is God, that his son's name is Yahweh ben Yahweh, that we are the nation of Yahweh, and we're in search of all good people. Yes, we are looking for the good people in the world. I've got a few calls in reference to some scriptures that I share, which is 1 Thessalonians 5:22 and Matthew 5:25. And when you read those scriptures, 1 Thessalonians 5:22, it tells us to abstain from the very appearance of evil. This is simply telling us not only just to abstain from evil, but if it appear to be evil, if somebody can take it to mean evil, abstain from it. Matthew 5:25 tells us to agree with our adversaries quickly. We have to understand, as being the children of Yahweh ben Yahweh, we have inherited certain abilities. When Yahweh ben Yahweh instructs us to do something, like he said, agree with our adversary quickly, we throw off a vibe to our adversary. Many people want to challenge the law enforcement of this society because you believe you have rights in America. The only rights that we have are in Yahweh by being obedient to him. This society don't care anything about what we think is right. Our safety is in Yahweh, ben Yahweh, following his instructions. When we agree with them quickly, we say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, sir. If he say driver's license and registration, guess what you do? You say, officer, my license and registration is wherever it is in the car, may I get it? Then you proceed, one hand on the steering wheel and the other hand getting the information that the officer requested. Show yourself respectful. Don't try him. Don't challenge him. These are safety measures following Yahweh ben Yahweh's instructions. We are to be a peaceful people. We are to be a loving people. Abstaining from the appearance of evil. We have to be mindful of our actions. I may have shared this, but I was drinking water out of a plastic cup. A guy who I didn't even know ran up to me. Brother Mon, you drinking? Sir, this is water, brother. He said, oh. But I understood quickly what it means to avoid the appearance of evil. I didn't want him to think, or nobody to think, that I'm drinking. I was at a public affair, people all around, but it showed me that people are paying attention to me. So I'm mindful of all of my actions. People are looking for the righteous. We have to keep that in mind. And again, agree with thy adversaries quickly. Don't be hesitating. Move quickly. Agree with him. I know when you look at the world today, all kind of chaos, not only in America, but all throughout the world today. I'm sure you're hearing the stories about ISIS and they're showing it on television. This is just the start. People who thought they had rights in America are finding out that they now don't have rights. They are now killing their own people and holding their own self not guilty. They are not being held accountable for any of their actions, murder, etc., etc. So we need to be mindful. Praise Yahweh. Now, talking about the world, what's happening in the world today, go to Isaiah chapter 13 and 17. Isaiah chapter 13 and 17. It says, behold, I will stir up the mead against them. Who is the them? Those people that are in rulership, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it, silver or gold. But they're going to stir up the Medes against this country and the ills that it have done. Brother Anaya, can you look up the word Medes? M-E-D-E-S. M-E-D-E-S, Medes. Let's see what that means. Yahweh commands us to study. 2 Timothy 2:15, to show yourself approved.
The Oxford English Dictionary, the Strong's Concordance, and the Online Etymology Dictionary. Medes refers, is it M-E-D-E-S?
Yes, sir, M-E-D-E-S.
Medes refers to the ancient people called the Medes. The word Medes, it is ethnic, political, and prophetic. When scripture names the Medes, it means real people with real armies and real consequences. Medes. The Medes were a powerful nation that Yahweh used to bring down other empires.
Listen to that now. Yahweh used the Medes to bring down other empires. Yes, sir.
The word Medes is not symbolic. The scripture means Medes. It means real people with real armies and real consequences. The Medes were an ancient empire-building people, skilled warriors and administrators, a dominant world power before Persia absorbed them. The Medes were a powerful nation that Yahweh used to bring down other empires. Medes, Hebrew usage in the Bible, listed among the descendants of Japheth. Genesis 10 and 2. Medes means divine judgment, irresistible authority, fulfillment of prophecy, Yahweh using pagan nations to accomplish his will. Medes means Persians, Babylon, judgment, kingdoms, prophecy, announce judgment with thunder. Sometimes he sends an army. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
When you look up the word, now see, now they hiding stuff now. The Medes are the Middle Eastern people. The Medes are the Islamic people. The Medes are the people that believe in jihad. Some people call jihad the holy war against good and evil. Now that is really interesting. They are hiding something, M-E-D-E-S.
In the definition, they did mention Persia. That's the Middle East. That's plus Iran.
Okay. Good. Okay, on the phone it say Medes were an ancient Iranian people. Ancient, what was that word, Anaya?
Iran? Oh, Persia?
Yes, sir, Persia, right.
Persia would include Iran, Iraq, all those countries that are connected.
Praise Yahweh. Now, the interesting thing is Yahweh says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. Who is the them? Understand that Yahweh going to use these people to bring down other governments, other empires. Yahweh has an army of people that will bring down America. Now, the Iranians are saying publicly, if you come over here to our country, we got something for you. Pay attention, pay attention. Yahweh is at work. Jeremiah 5:51. Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah 51 and 11. And it says, make bright the arrow, gather the shields of the Lord Yahweh, have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes. Do y'all see that? Yes, sir. Jeremiah 51 and 11. It says, make bright the arrow, weapons of war, gather the shield. The Lord Yahweh have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, for his device is against Babylon. Babylon is America today, to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh, the vengeance of his temple. That's why we have to pay attention to what's happening in the world, so that we can stay tuned, so that we can know the works of Yahweh ben Yahweh. See, when you read this in the scripture, this is so plain. Do a little research yourself. They are actually prepared for war. They have been preparing for this day. That's why Yahweh say, I'll fight for you. We don't have to fight nobody. All we have to do is be righteous, be moral, follow Yahweh ben Yahweh's laws, statutes, judgments, and commandments as a way of life, being obedient to him. Praise Yahweh. Right in now. A little bit of news. Now we're going to go to 2 Timothy. 2 Timothy. Come on, Timothy. Now we talk about morality quite a bit. And sometimes people don't understand just how powerful morality is. But when we exhibit our Father's attributes of morality, it throws off vibes. And when I say morality, when I say that, Yahweh commands us to study our name and to study morality. These are instructions from our Father. And when I say morality, I'm talking about righteous, just, upright, honest, straightforward, open, honorable, good, excellent, well-behaved, right conduct, principles, ethical, truth, right rules, teaching, conform, virtuous, chaste actions, mind, feeling, will, character, nature, judgment, and caution. When you listen to this class again, you write those words down and study them and make them a part of your everyday living. These are not just some words. Some may think this is old knowledge. This knowledge is the knowledge that will save your life. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 through 7. And it says, this know also that in the last days, you see right there, you need to underline that, last days, not in the days before, but it says, know this, understand this will take place in the last days. Perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. These are the attributes of this world. Some people say, well, people always been like this. Yes, but they're at the epitome of wickedness now. 3, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontent, fierce, despisers of those that do good. Check that out. People despise people that do good. Traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of Yahweh. Lovers of pleasure more than Yahweh, having the form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From those that have the form of godliness, but they deny the power, Yahweh say, from such turn away. For of this sort are they which creepeth into houses and lead captivity silly women laden with sin, led away with divers lusts. See, an idiot would just try to apply this to women. This applies to men and women. Verse 7, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. You got some people call themselves studying, but never come into the knowledge of the truth. What's wrong with these people? Always saying what Yahweh say, what they want you to believe, but they never come into the knowledge of the truth. Form, and what number that is? Verse 5, having the form of godliness. This form refers to the external form, the external form. Then it says, with no inner power, the mere appearance or the mask of pious conduct. They have no inner power. They just put on. They try to show themselves as being pious. Maybe talking about God, maybe talking about Yahweh as if they're pious. But their actions are different. Be mindful not to let those kind of people trap you with the form. Pay attention to their actions because they have no inner power. And then it says that some people deny the power. Deny, what does deny mean? Deny means to refuse Yahweh ben Yahweh. Deny means to refuse Yahweh ben Yahweh, not to know Yahweh ben Yahweh, or to recognize Yahweh ben Yahweh. Deny means to reject Yahweh ben Yahweh to his face. Deny means to reject Yahweh ben Yahweh to his face, in his presence. You're not hiding from Yahweh ben Yahweh. He's watching you. To decline to give up on Yahweh ben Yahweh. Just give up. Just accept this world and all its wickedness. To retract, to renounce Yahweh ben Yahweh, to disown Yahweh ben Yahweh. We're talking about the word deny, to be the opposite of Yahweh ben Yahweh. We're talking about what deny means. This is just some of what it means. Then it says denying the power of Yahweh ben Yahweh. I mean, listen to that. The form meaning you have no inner power. You basically dead. But you want to appear pious. You want to appear godly. Religion has been very good at that, appearing godly, but having no power for the people to resist evil, because they have not been taught the laws, statutes, judgments, and commandments of Yahweh. They have no inner power. I mean, to renounce Yahweh ben Yahweh, to disown Yahweh ben Yahweh. See, when the world look at you, if you ever claim to believe in Yahweh ben Yahweh, but you're not following his laws, statutes, judgments, and commandments, or make excuses for keeping his laws, statutes, judgments, and commandments, you're disowning him. He didn't teach us this information for us to turn away from it. He taught us this information for us to keep it and distribute it and to exhibit what we distribute to the world, to exhibit it so that people can see you. The people see you when you make excuses not to be obedient to Yahweh ben Yahweh. They see you denying the power. This power that I'm talking about, it's an inherent power. It's a part of your gene and your chromosome. It's your makeup. And you choose not to use this inherent power. Anaya, could you please give us the word inherent?
All right. Inherit. Inherit comes from the Latin inhereditare. The word in equals into, and hereditare equals to make an heir. So the original meaning is to receive what legally and rightfully belongs to you because of lineage.
See, if you belong to Yahweh ben Yahweh, You have inherited his qualities. See, it's time for us to be friends and associates with the people that have inherited these qualities. Not because we like them, not because we have been around them for years or know them, but because they understand their inherent ability. Then those people that understand that, we must come together and build the kingdom, the nation of Yahweh. Anaya, I'm gonna keep. You got some more, Anaya? Good gracious, 750.
I do.
Come on.
The original meaning of inherit is to receive what legally and rightfully belongs to you because of lineage. This was not about luck or charity. It was about the legal transfer by birth or appointment.
Something was transferred to us, Anaya.
Yes, sir.
By birth, it was transferred.
Yes, sir.
Boy, I want to look that up, transferred. But come on, Anaya.
To inherit means that nothing was earned, but everything was assigned. Inherit means to receive something because you belong. Inherit means
because you belong.
Yes, sir.
Good gracious Yahweh. Come on, Naya.
Inherit means to gain what was set aside for you.
It was set aside, Anaya.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Inherit means to obtain a possession, to obtain a right, to obtain a status that you don't have to purchase.
You don't have to purchase it.
No, sir.
Come on, Naya.
To inherit is to receive what was already promised before you arrived. You don't have to work for an inheritance. You have to qualify for it.
Uh-oh. Yes. Oh, you got to qualify.
Yes, sir.
For this inheritance. Come
Absolutely.
on now. You look up that word qualify. Not only look it up, but qualify means to study, to show yourself approved. Then apply what you study into action, like keeping the feast of Passover. We try to play feast of Passover and all of Yahweh's feasts as their light. I'll stay home with the people in my house, and I'll keep these feast holidays. The people that's in your house may not be of these that has the power inherited. Many of us have found out that we produce children that love immorality. Many of us left our physical families because we understand that they was not of Yahweh. Excuse me, Anaya, come on.
To inherit is from the Hebrew word nakal. N-A-C-H-A-L. I'm going to look that up. Nachal. Meaning to take possession, to receive an allotted portion, to be given land, or to be given blessing. The word inherit is used constantly regarding Israel inheriting the promised land. In scripture,
wait just a minute. Wait just a minute, Naya. Let me make this perfectly clear that the whole world belongs to us. That used to be just the little bit of land, but the whole earth and its fullness belongs to the children of Yahweh. Come on, Naya.
Matthew chapter 5 and 5 says, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." Inherit,
not might inherit it, shall.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Inheritance in the Bible is future orientated. It is a promise based and it is identity driven. Yahweh doesn't give his children money, he leaves them an inheritance. Excuse me. Synonyms for inheritance: to receive a portion, to be made an heir, to take possession, to be allotted, to acquire, to obtain, to receive, to gain, to succeed to be a successor. Inherit is used in law, which means inheriting property or titles. Inheritance is used in biology, which means inheriting traits or DNA. Inheriting is used in culture. Inheritance is used in technology. That's it.
Thank you, Brother Knight. Some people may say, well, what am I inheriting? See, our true inheritance is Yahweh ben Yahweh's divine mind. That's our true inheritance. And that's inherent. These are the word inherent. See, the part of this definition is inherent power. These powers also means being able, being capable, faculties of the ability to will, one who has the ability to be able, to have great ability, one who exercises, listen now, one who exercises dominion, one who exercises dominion authority, one who exercises this. You don't just have it, you exercise this. Gracious, look at here. Do you hear the word exercise? That means you use these abilities. That means you don't accept any excuses. When you go to St. John chapter 1 and 12, now I'm going back to where I was reading that now. Just write this scripture down. St. John 1 and 12, but as many as receive him, Yahweh ben Yahweh, to them gave he power to become the sons of Yahweh, even to them that believe on his name. So you got to believe on the name Yahweh ben Yahweh. And it says he gave them the power. See, when you look up the word power in the dates, when you look it up, it's going to tell you about dominion. It's going to tell you about that he gave us the power to exercise dominion, authority, to not to be limited in anything. Dominion, authority, power. You would even display miracles coming out of that mighty power of Yahweh ben Yahweh, inherited in Yahweh ben Yahweh, and all this power that we're talking about, and which power was lent. See, it was given to his witnesses. This power was given to Yahweh ben Yahweh witnesses and his ambassador. But you got to exercise it. You got to stop denying it. It was given to you. And it says, great works, glorious works. Some of these works would even seem strange works, marvelous works. Then it says, terrifying works. But we have to exercise it. Wait just a minute now. Just write this scripture down. This is John 14. John chapter 14. Come on, 14. John chapter 14. Come on, 14. And it's starting at 12. John 14:12. It says, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, he that believeth on Yahweh ben Yahweh, he that believeth on Yahweh ben Yahweh, the works that I do shall he do also. The works that Yahweh ben Yahweh do, we are going to do them also. Then it says, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go to my Father. So I'm leaving you here to do greater works. And whosoever ye shall, and whatsoever ye shall ask, it says, whatsoever you ask, in Yahweh ben Yahweh's name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son by us asking and exhibiting, carrying out and exhibiting these works. 14, if ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. Why are you going to do it? Why is he going to do it? He say, if you love me, keep my commandments. That's 15. If you love me, keep my commandments. Praise Yahweh. If you're having difficulties, then something's not right in your life. You need to change while we can change. Go to John 10 and 32. John 10, 32. John 10 and 32. 31 says, then the Jews took up stones against again to stone him. Stone who? Yahweh ben Yahweh. Now, I ain't talking about some people in the Middle East that call themselves Jews. I'm talking about some of these black people right here in America and the world took up stones. What stones? All kind of lies, all kind of deceit that you lied on Yahweh ben Yahweh. You took up these stones to throw them to him. For what purpose? 32 says, Yahweh ben Yahweh answered them, many good works have I shown you from my Father. For which of these works do you stone me? Which of these works do you stone me? All these lies you have told on Yahweh ben Yahweh, then you join this system. You join this system to persecute Yahweh ben Yahweh. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. For all the good works, then you want to stone him. What does stone him mean? That he may die. The one says, in a crowd, many blacks stone intend to kill Yahweh ben Yahweh through stoning. This action constitute a swift, violent attempt to kill Yahweh ben Yahweh. See, they were seeking murder. They were seeking to kill Yahweh ben Yahweh. Then he suffered 18 years in jail for us. Excuse me. 18 years for us. In John 10:32, it says, and Yahweh ben Yahweh answered them. See, you're going to have to study the them. Because see, the them is all the same people. Black people, white people, Chinese people, all nations of people. And Yahweh ben Yahweh said, is this my reward for all that I've done? Is this my reward? This is what you give me in return? Is excuses not to do what I say? After all the good works that I've done? After being in jail 18 years, this is my reward. This is what you give me for me coming to give you life. This is what you give me. This is what you say all that I've given you. This is what you say is worth. You're going to renounce me. You're going to turn from me. See, turning means you stop doing what he say do. Turn means you're no longer his child. We have very little time to straighten up. If these words affect you in any way, and I want you to study these words, what does it mean to turn, to renounce Yahweh ben Yahweh for everything that he has done? Is this his reward? We all have to ask our personal self, is this the reward I'm gonna give Yahweh ben Yahweh? Is this what I give Yahweh ben Yahweh in return for everything he gave me? The Passover is fastly approaching, not slowly. We're going into February, then March. I've heard many Hebrews say, I'm coming to the next feast. How you gonna come to the next feast? You're doing the same thing. How you gonna do the same thing? If you do the same thing, you're gonna keep on doing the same thing. Yahweh is God for real. And it's time for his children to come together. Not talk about it. If you don't believe in morality as a way of life, please do not come around us. We're looking for those that believe in morality as a way of life. The world is falling apart all around us. And let me make this clear. This is for all good people. This is not about color. This is about righteousness. Yahweh had 100 sheep And he went after the one that was lost, the so-called black man of America. But we can't never forget the other 99 is still his sheep, representing nations in the world, representing people that are in these nations. You are welcome here if you believe in morality as a way of life. Praise Yahweh. Anaya, can you give us those wonderful announcements?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you are enjoying these wonderful classes, potent classes, righteous classes like I am, you can join us on our Discord community at YBYA. YBYA. If you don't know what YBYA stands for, it stands for Yahweh Ben Yahweh Alliance. If you have trouble finding YBYA on the Discord, you can come to our beautiful website, YBYalliance.com. That's YBYalliance.com. You can click on contact and your information, and we will get back to you with a link to join the Discord. Also, approaching fast, right around the corner. The great feast of Yahweh will be upon us. Passover and the feast of unleavened bread. Again, Passover and the feast of unleavened bread will be here. Passing over from survival to sovereignty is the theme for this feast. April 1st through April 8th. Again, April 1st through April 8th. People, it is February in 2 days. Be preparing to come to the feast. We will be holding it at the Brook Center in Riviera Beach, Florida. Beautiful Riviera Beach, Florida. Come on down and commune with us at the Feast of Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. You can find us on Facebook and also on YouTube. That's YBYA. Again, that's YBYA, Yahweh Ben Yahweh Alliance. Thank you.
Praise Yahweh. Thank you, Brother Anaya, for those wonderful announcements. Passing over from survival to sovereignty. Survival. You just want to survive. We're talking about total dominion. While Yahweh Ben Yahweh is finna really tear the hell out of these people. We need to be preparing ourselves for rulership. And it starts in your mind, ruling your mind. Make yourself come to the Passover. Make yourself. You say you believe in Yahweh. He's a God of right now. Not next week, not later on, not the next feast. You better have faith in Yahweh. Well, I'm going to say shalom, shalom. It has been my pleasure. This class, I can't wait to get to do further study on this here. And watch Yahweh Ben Yahweh's work all over the world. And more importantly, watch him with his works with me. Praise Yahweh. Let us stand face the east and say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew, the Tefillah. Ave Nu Shabbat Shemaya, Yikadesh Shemelka, Tavo Makuteaka, Yase Rizonka, Kivashamayim Kain Baret, Et Lekim Kukenu, Kain La Nu Hayon, Uslak La Nu, All Ketenu, Kimosuso Kim, Yomanak Nu, Lakoteum La Nu, Veal Tevier Nu, Vadeli Sayon, King Kasenu, Min Hara, Kilaka, Hamamlaha, Veat Givera, Veat Teferet, Leolame, Olame Sila. We thank thee, Yahweh, O living and eternal King, who has so mercifully restored our souls within us. Praise Yahweh, and always remember, Yahweh loves you. The nation of Yahweh loves you. And we welcome all good people, and we're looking forward to seeing you so that we can plan, so that we can make arrangements, so we can get to know one another, so we can meet one another at the Feast of Passover.